Under what process will the Bais Hamikdash be built when Moshiach comes?
The truth is that the first thing that comes with the Geula, in fact, the first thing that Moshiach does will be to build the Bais Hamikdash. Afterwards, he'll gather all the Jews together to Eretz Yisrael. So, in a sense, the meaning and the reason for this is because, in a sense, what brought the Galus, Jews were spread out and Jews were taken captive already before the destruction of the Bais Hamikdash. But we look at Tisha B'Av. The onset of Galus is the destruction of the Bais Hamikdash, because that's when Hashem's presence left the world, or in the physical state. And therefore, that's also what's going to be the first thing, which is bringing it back, and after that, everything else will come. In fact, we have the idea that even with the first and second Bais Hamikdash, there were the chaloinei shkufim atumim, there were the windows that were wide on the inside and narrow on the outside to show that they're not bringing in light, but rather the light of the Bais Hamikdash is going through them out into the whole world. The same thing was with the menorah, that it had the upside down cups. In the cups which were in the branches of the menorah, they were upside down, which shows on bringing the flow of light from the menorah into the rest of the world. In the third Bais Hamikdash, that concept will be even more than that, as it says that there's going to be a Mayon mi Beis Hashem, there will be a river which will start as a very thin stream, which is described by the Navi as Karnei Chagavim, like the hairs on the head of a grasshopper. And just two thin streams of water, and as it goes out of the Bais Hamikdash, it's going to come from the Kodesh HaKadoshim, and every step it goes out, it will get stronger and stronger, and then it will go down the mountain and become even stronger. And it says from there is going to come all the brachas when people will drink from this stream. They'll use the leaves to put as medicine, to put as band-aids, and they'll drink the water, and the animals will drink the water, etc., etc., which means everything of Mashiach comes from the holiness which begins in the Bais Hamikdash. Later, there's going to be also, the Mashiach will gather all the Jewish people back to Eretz Yisrael. And then there's two eras in the coming of Mashiach. The first era is a time when there's only the Bais Hamikdash and Jews back in Eretz Yisrael, and where we're fully able to study Torah, etc., without having anything holding us back. And the second era of the coming of Mashiach is the era of the miracles, which include Tchias HaMeisim. In many midrashim it talks about Tchias HaMeisim being 40 years after the coming of Mashiach. In other places it says differently. But the general concept and idea of it is that there is a progression of various things, and most important, the first era, which is the more natural era, and the second era, which is the more miraculous era. However, the Rebbe once spoke about the fact that since we suffered already so much in Galus, perhaps the second era will come quicker than it was supposed to be, so it will come almost immediately. If not right away, but almost immediately, it's going to come, the second era already, the coming of Mashiach. But once it comes, that's when it's going to be all the things of Tchias HaMeisim, etc., etc. So that's in general the progression. There's, of course, many different aspects, but the important thing is that at least in the beginning of the coming of Mashiach, certainly, and in a certain way even later, there's the idea of Yelchu Mechayil El Choyil. We'll be constantly progressing from strength to strength, from one level to the next, to a stronger and more important thing, and keep on going higher and higher until we get to Yirah El Elikim B'Tzion, to seeing Hashem in the Bais Hamikdash fully.